Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and for the last week, I've been messing around with this very fun casual deck, as you guys already know from the title card. It's Kuriboh, and it gave me the excuse to bust out these bad boy tokens back from Legendary Collection '03. So, very cool to have these back. I guess it might have just been the third Legendary Collection, but it's very cool. And in all honesty, you don't need all 10 of these tokens, but you might. I don't know if you guys have like a specific one that you guys like. I do tend to play the orange background. And this deck is like just perfect casually, and I'm fairly confident you guys could actually like upgrade this into something that is more competitive, but like on the low end locals scale. So let's go ahead and get you guys a deck list real quick. So I do have one proxy in here. My order for the card did not come in, but luckily the team surrounding me was able to scrounge up two copies. So we have some physicals, then we have a turned around token as a proxy. Real quick for the monsters though, we are going to be running 3 copies Curry Babylon. Curry Babylon, just kind of one of the centerpieces for this. And what makes this whole thing just kind of work. And then we're going to 3 out everybody else. So that's going to be 3 Kuriboh, 3 Kuriboh, 3 Kuriboh, 3 Kuriboh. I lied. There's 1 copy Kuriborn and 3 copies of Kuriboh. And again, just one thing to notice, everybody here so far outside of Born is going to be Dark Attribute. This is our only light attribute in the deck. We're also going to run one off type. It's going to be Wind. You guys are going to understand this in like half a second. But we maximized this out because I thought I had Flutes of Summoning Kuriboh, which was going to let me do some tech stuff. But then it turned out I didn't have those either. So rather than running 2 ofs across all these characters, I decided to run them in higher numbers and throw a couple tech cards in. Again, just playing it casually. And then the last card was 3 copies of Red-Haired Hasty Horse. Short printed in a Mega Tin, which I thought I had. Maybe I already sent that off to other players to have, or whatever. But yeah, you definitely want to run 3 of this. And this is going to be your monster lineup. Again, you guys could choose to do other things. If you do take everybody down to singles, that's going to give you, or sorry, doubles. Outside of Babylon and Kuriboh, that's going to be 4 cards. It's going to give you 4 spots to play with. At which point you guys can do some other things. You guys could throw in a hand trap. You could go like 3 Ash Blossoms and a Call by the Grave. Whatever your budget really lets you do. But real quick, let me clear the table. Let's just get that taken. And I'm sure that I didn't get that cut properly. So, sorry. Make fun of me. It'll be fine. Going to the spells, I did run 3 copies of Lure of Darkness. And again, this is the real reason to be like, yeah, they're all dark except 4 cards. It just works. You do need the 3 copies 5-star Twilight in order to pull off your combination. And again, we're going to have a combos video this week. This isn't something everybody knows. So just don't worry. I got it. I got you. We're going to show you like the beat down turn. It's going to be fantastic. We're also going to run single copy Feather Duster, single copy Instant Fusion, single copy Monster Reborn. Triple out on your multiply. It's actually really fun. Single 1-for-1, single Raigeki, single Upstart Goblin. Essentially, it's just I didn't have the ability to play my my tutor because I didn't have the flutes. So I went ahead, I threw in the allures. Whatever, you guys can make that swap if you like. And again, this only brings it up to 37. So last 3 cards, I figure while the Machina's, or sorry, not the Machina structure deck, while Cyber Strike structure decks are still readily available, this card is still considered relatively budget. You guys will be looking at having super rares. I'm still using my ultras because it's just my favorite rarity. And that will conclude the main deck. Give me a quick second and we'll get you to the extra deck. And again, with the extra deck, the one thing that we're sort of looking at is everything's sort of tech-ish and things can change. So like if you guys had copies of Ready Fusion, this first card has 2 ways to play it. And that card would be the Sea Monster of Theseus. Legit, he was just the first 5-star that I had sleeved up already. Any 5-star fusion monster works in this instance. It's just funny to me that he's also a tuner. So, like, if you decided to change your extra deck later, like, this guy is just crazy cool. He's probably actually going to be the tech analysis this week because, again, he's like total card of the week status. Next up, we're going to have 2 copies of Lurlisk Assembled Nightingale because it's amazing. After that, we're going to play 1 copy of Unchained Blue. And then to round out our Xyz, we're going to play 1 copy of Zeus. So this seems weird, but like I promise you, these guys can attack directly, and their attack power is based on amount of cards linked. So as long as you can go into a like a big swing, a big play turn, this is perfect. That's all you need. But if you end up playing more tactically, you know, Zeus and Ensemble Blue are here for you. So that's just good. The other 10 cards here, they're all going to be links. Most of them are mandatory. There's just a couple that you guys could change. First up, Appaloosa, good card, great card. Boral Sword, I didn't pull my access code talker yet, so still working on that. This guy's still my budget in. And again, if I had access code talker, I probably wouldn't be playing one of the later cards anyway, and I would still be playing Boral Sword. IP Masquerena, again, you need that one. Play the Nightmares, get the Cerberus, the Phoenix, and the Unicorn. Can't be a Kuriboh deck without Link Kuriboh. He wasn't just bait on the title card. Saryuja's kind of cool in this. Unchained Abomination kind of works, kind of doesn't. I was just going for like another big 4. You guys could put in things like Topologic Zeraboros or something in here. Or if you have the access code talker and Boral Sword, you do that. Again, I probably could have put in a Boral Load Dragon just for fun. And then Underworld, Goddess of the Closed World to round out the deck. So, again, like I said, the extra deck kind of knocks this all the way away from being budget. Because this is like $25 to $30 right now. Boral is still like 12-ish. Appaloosa is still okay. Zeus is still worth a few bucks. But for the most part, the main deck, minus the impermanence copies, is one of the most budget decks I think I've done so far this year. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys just came by for the deck list, seriously, thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, let your friends know, and you guys have a great day. Everybody else who wants to know what the cards do, let's start back with our main deck. So, the first thing we got is we got Curry Babylon. He's going to be our 5-star. Normally, we're going to be able to special summon him. We're going to look to his effect real quick. So, gain 300 attack and defense for every Kuriboh monster you control and in your graveyard. And since it's Kuriboh monster, it goes by the archetype. And since there's so many cards that have Kuriboh in the name, it's including Kuriborn, this number can get quite large. You can only use one of the following effects per turn and only once that turn, which is what really stops you from doing a single turn of just swarming up the field. But there should be, I think there's a way around that. Anyway, the effects. If you have more monsters in your graveyard than your opponent, and again, you should, then you can special summon this card from your hand. All right. Now, that's fine. During the main or battle phase, you can return this card to your hand, and if you do, special summon 5 monsters, 1 Kuriboh, B, Boo, Be, and Bo, from the hand and or graveyard in attack mode. This is kind of what you want to do. So, we want to be able to summon all the cards back, very similar to what you would do with like Valkyrian, and then we'll link climb from there. So, you do need some setup to go into Babylon. To go into Ba, it is always treated as being a Kuriboh card. When this or another Kuriboh monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon a monster with 300 attack, 200 defense from the deck, which is every Kuriboh, except same name, so no Kuribohs off that. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can tribute this card you control and 1 each B, Bo, Ba, Bet, and Bo from the hand and or field to special summon Curry Babylon from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So, If we can get all 5 different names to the field, this will allow us to assemble the Curry Babylon to then split the Curry Babylon, which is okay. Then you have Kuriboh. This one is always treated as a Kuriboh. This is going to be on all of them. When this or another Kuriboh monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can add 1 spell trap from the deck to the hand that listed a Kuriboh in its text. You can only use this effect of Kuriboh once per turn. Once per turn when an opponent's monster declares an attack while you control another Kuriboh monster. You can change the attack of all other monsters you control to 0 till the end of this turn, and if you do, negate the attack. Which is perfect, especially if, the opponent only has the 1 monster, which is very good. Quick effect, discard this, target a Kuriboh that you control, give it 1500 attack. You contribute this card you control and 1 each of all the names from hand and or field to add Curry Bandit from deck or graveyard to hand. Then immediately after this resolves, normal summon 1 Fiend from your hand. Again, we were not playing Curry Bandit. Kuriboh, you guys know this. During damage calculation, if your opponent monster attacks, discard this card, take no battle damage from that battle. Guys, he was the first hand trap in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Show him a little bit of love. Kuriboh. At the end of the battle phase, you can discard this card, then target a monster in your graveyard that was destroyed by battle and sent there this turn, and special summon that card. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish this from the graveyard, then target any number of Kuriboh monsters in your graveyard and special summon them. Also very good, not as necessary. Kuriboh. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you may discard this card, add 1 Kuriboh monster from the deck to the hand except Boo. Once per turn, quick effect, discard 1 trap, then target a face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1500 until the end of this turn. So also pretty good. One thing that we're going to need in order to perform our thing, we need the red-haired hasty horse, guys. So this is actually my preferred starter, which is why we are running the Allures of Darkness. And this is what's going to allow us to use, I want to say it was the green one that tributed everybody in order to go into Babylon. So we want this horse. So if you have a column with no cards, you can special summon this card from the hand in attack position to a zone in that column. You may only special summon 1 of these per turn this way. If another card is placed in this card's column, immediately destroy this card. Once per turn, you can have this card's original attack for the rest of the turn, and if you do, it may attack directly. Guys, we only care about it being a 5-star. It's all we need. 5-star, special summon, doesn't matter. Especially if we start, we're going to play it, we're going to go into our spell card, we're going to pop it, we're going to break it into the 5 Kuribohs, you're going to go into your Babylon, and then from Babylon, you could split whatever you need to do. If you started with another Babylon in your hand, it's way better. You can perform the loop then to give you the cards. So, honestly, that is like my OTK method. And again, I'll show you guys tomorrow. Promise. And then over to the spells. You guys know Allure of Darkness. Draw 2, banish a dark, and if you can't, drop your hand. Again, all but 4 of our monsters are dark, so not a problem. 5-star Twilight. If the only monster you control is a level 5, tribute it and special summon 5 monsters. 1 Bob, Bee, Bay, Boo, and Bo from the hand deck and or graveyard. But they cannot be tributed for a tribute summon. You can only activate 1 of these per turn. That's also sort of important. Again, we only need to resolve this once. And then, again, just your one-of. So you guys know Feather Duster, blow up the back row on the opposing side. Instant Fusion, this is how we're going to get Theseus. It's another 5-star. Again, we want to separate him into Kuribohs. Monster Reborn, good generic extender. Multiply, silly token tactics here, guys. This will allow you to tribute a face-up Kuriboh, and this does need to be the original named Kuriboh. Special summon as many Kuriboh tokens as you can in defense. They may not be tributed for a tribute summon. And again, just real quick, look and just gaze upon the glory of the ultra rare Kuriboh tokens, which is why I carry 10 of them. 5 of each. 1 for 1 helps us get some of our stuff started when we need to. It also helps us seed the discard pile for Babylon's effect. Geki goes ahead and destroys the opposing side of the field. Kind of makes Nightingale obsolete. You do have the upstart. Give them the 1,000 points to get that extra draw card, and in permanence, the hand trap that does the most. So that's all good. The extra deck is, again, once you know that, pretty straightforward. Theseus is here as just an instant fusion target. Again, if I owned Ready Fusion, trust me, I'd be playing it. But that would also increase the price of the deck. But still, it would be worth it in order to make this more consistent. The Nightingales and the Ensemble are both the same summoning method, which is 2 or more level 1 monsters, so we can go all the way to 5 with each. This one gains 200 attack per material attached to it to a total of 1,000. May attack directly, and while it has material, it can attack a number of times each battle phase up to the number of materials attached, which again would be 5,000 because of 5 1,000 point attacks. Hence why 2 of these is game, and we don't care about the Upstart Goblin. We're able to deal 10, so fantastic, whatever. Once per turn as a quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this. Until the end of the turn, lureless monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And also, you're going to take no damage. So again, since it's a quick effect, you can respond to some things with this. And it does have longevity in case you have to make it more of a 2-turn thing. And then, of course, the Robin gains 500 per material. This one will get all the way up to 2,500, which is not bad. That puts it at like a basic Dark Magician attack. If the opponent special summons a monster or monsters, except during the damage step, you may detach material from this. Target one of those special summon monsters and bounce that back to the hand. If this card in your possession is sent to the graveyard by an opponent card, you can target another Lurelisk in your graveyard and add that to your hand. Again, we don't really need that second effect so much as we need like that priority bounce, which is fun. And then you guys should all know Divine Arsenal, AA Zeus, Sky Thunder. One of the guys with the longest names in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to go ahead and use his secondary effect that allows us to play him. So once per turn, if an Xyz monster battled this turn, you may Xyz summon using this card and 1 Xyz monster that I control as material. It does not need to be the one that battled, just an FYI. Quick effect, you may detach 2 materials from this card. Send all other cards on the field to the graveyard. Once per turn, if another card or cards you control is destroyed by battle or by battle opponent's effect, you can attach 1 card from your hand deck or extra deck to this card as material, which also makes this card just kind of cool. And then again, the links. I don't think I need to spend a lot of time. You guys know Apollos is here to negate stuff. You know Boral Sword's here to punch stuff. IP's here to make stuff that can't be broken by card effect. Cerberus breaks special summon monsters on a discard. Phoenix hits a back row on a discard. Unicorn seals one of those to the deck on a discard. The link Kuriboh. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you contribute this card. Change that attack to 0 of the monster attacking. That lasts till the end of the turn. And then if this card is in your graveyard as a quick effect, you may tribute a level 1 monster to special summon this. You may only use this once per turn, but again, it will recur itself. You do have Saryuja Skeldred. And with the Skeldred, we can get up to 3 different effects, including powering up any cards that are normal or special summoned 2 zones it points to. Free special summon from the hand once per turn, which will allow us to recur Babylon. Or start Babylon without having to do too much. And then additionally to draw 4, place 3 back into the bottom of our deck and really rectify our hand if we need it. The Unchained Abomination again, it was just kind of a goofy thing. I didn't have an access code talker, and I really wasn't thinking about putting in Borreload or anything, so I just put this guy in here. 2+ monsters, including a link. If a card or cards on the field is destroyed by card effect, except Unchained Abomination, you can target a card on the field and destroy it. Second effect, when another monster is destroyed by battle, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. During the end phase, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. You only get each effect once per turn, but it is a possible triple destruction effect every turn. So again, it was kind of a fun little tack. And then, of course, Underworld, Goddess of the Closed World. This is one of the I care even less about whether or not I use IP Masquerena to make this, because my side of the field should always get stacked with tons of cards, whether it be for my tokens or what. Of course, we can't use this with our tokens. because it does say 4+ effect monsters. But again, we can use an opponent's monster as one of those. This Link Summon card is unaffected by opponent's activated effects unless they specifically target. And then once per turn, when they activate a card or effect that special summons monster or monsters from the graveyard, negate that activation. So again, some pretty cool blanket protection, a little bit of field disruption, and just a whole lot of Kuriboh, my friends. So much Kuriboh. Yugimoto would be proud. The Pharaoh would love it. And again, like, I'm going to show you guys how this works tomorrow. And then the day after that, it should be what? So this was Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday, I want to talk to you guys about a message I got. It's supposed to be some formats that are supposed to be coming to our OTS stores. I want to give you like the good, the bad, and the ugly on that, and just maybe talk about that for a little bit. So I do really thank you guys for stopping by, listening this long. I know it's crazy. And I hope that you guys come back and check out the rest of it this week. All right. See you guys later.